Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott's Selections here for Sunday, April 11th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. I'm going to pick up a nice easy winner with the 76ers minus 11 and minus 110 on BetMGM. I'm sure you get a lot of emails from some get-rich-quick schemes, and all of them turn out to be a little bit fraudulent. Fading Oklahoma City might be the best get-rich-quick scheme in America. This is an absolute joke at this point. Oklahoma City gets killed by every single game, and the markets have really made no adjustments at all. Philadelphia had no Tobias Harris, and Embiid ended up playing. Oklahoma City got back Dort and Bazley. So you thought, maybe this team might be a little bit more competitive. Not quite. Lost by 24. So really easy winner. I'm going to keep fading Oklahoma City every single time until they prove me wrong. And we've actually made a pretty decent amount of money on fading Oklahoma City for the last week or so. But either way, they unfortunately are not playing tomorrow. So we're going to look for another play that in the NBA. It's going to be a matchup between the Bulls and the Timberwolves, and that will be taking place at around 8 p.m. Eastern time. And for that matchup, we actually like a total in this one. We like the over. And the best one currently available is 231 at minus 110 on Fox Bet, a time recording of 2:38 a.m. Eastern time. A couple reasons why I like the over in the spot. First of all, there has already been some movement on the over. Open up at around 230.5, now up to 231. Now, the Bulls have gone over in each of their last two games. I'm sure a lot of people paid attention to Levine's 50-plus point performance against the Hawks over the weekend. 39 the first half, and they still lost the game anyway, which I just find hilarious. But either way, they've been playing a lot of high-scoring games lately. And meanwhile, Minnesota has gone over in 3 of its last 4 games. Plus, the last 2 games that it has played, it has totaled at least 248 points in regulation. You had the game over the weekend against Boston, which got into the 280s, but you also had a lot of overtime points there. But that game in regulation closed at 248. So Minnesota totals have been going over as well. Main reason why, you might be wondering, Minnesota have been playing some high-scoring basketballs. Because of the return of one of their best players, Minnesota has scored at least 116 points in every game since D'Angelo Russell returned. Now, D'Angelo Russell is a very talented basketball player, but if there's one thing he does not excel in, it is defense at all. He can't really guard anybody. He's a dream over player because he can easily put up 20-plus points off the bench, and he also allows about 20-plus points because he doesn't guard anyone. So Minnesota really has started to embrace an up-tempo style as it has all season long, and Russell fits in perfectly there because he can just jack up a bunch of quality shots while also allowing a lot of quality shots on the other end. Meanwhile, you look at the actual pace for both teams. Minnesota ranks 4th in the entire league in pace. Chicago ranks 13th. So both teams should be able to go up and down pretty frequently and get pretty solid looks throughout the game. Plus, Minnesota's an awful defensive team. Minnesota ranks 27th in defense efficiency. Chicago ranks tied for 16th. Now, these teams did play once this season earlier in February, and the game landed 259. You ended up having overtime involved, but it did land 238 in regulation. So the game really flew over even before overtime, and then overtime was just gravy. But these teams have played close, and these teams played a high-scoring game. And if you look at the recent matchups, that really wasn't that much of a fluke. The over is 6-2 in the last 8 meetings, and the over is 14-6 in the last 20 meetings in Minnesota. You want to look at both teams. Both teams really don't play that great defense. They play pretty up-tempo. And after Levine had a massive game, and after D'Angelo Russell returned to the lineup, I expect both teams to really just do whatever they want offensively. I think both teams should probably get into the high 1-teens, low 120s, and this game should probably get into the high 230s or low 240s, not to mention the potential overtime draw for the second time this season. But other than that, though, the play today once again here for Sunday, April 11th is going to be on the Bulls and the Timberwolves over 231 and minus 110 on Fox Bet. That's been this installment. Scott talking to all of you and respect the best today. Bye, everyone.